Up to Santiago 5. So if you hadn't have said anything and asked me, I would have just assumed QSB, but certainly a lot better, a lot clearer on the audio as well. Now your audio was good before, but of course with the increased signal strength, the audio was clear as a bell, as they say. Back to you.
Alright, Mark, fine business. Well, when I first came back to you, I was just running 100 watts. Now I've got the amplifier on. About 800 watts, so it does make a little bit of a difference, I think, for sure. Okay, on the weather, well, we're jealous. We probably won't have 60-degree weather for another month or two, but it's coming for sure.
Yeah, okay, well, with the 800 watts, you're now peaking 5 and 7. Absolutely no problem. Certainly the amplifier doing its job that you want it to do. I don't know if you can hear, this is more of a mechanical noise as well. I've repaired my linear power supply yesterday, and it's got a mechanical hum. So where I've reassembled it, it's got a 50 hertz, or it would be in your country 60 hertz, but I've got a 50 hertz hum coming from the actual case itself. So it looks like I've got to have the cover off and find out where I've loosened the bolt. But hopefully you can't hear that hum. You might hear the fans just kicked in. But anyway, yeah, we've had quite a cold and wet, horrible winter here. I haven't seen any snow this year. We've had no snow in the southeast, really. And when it does snow, it really is very, very fine and only lasts for a day or so. Unlike there in the northeastern states, you know, I know you get quite severe winters out there. But yeah, today, and as I say, this week, it's been glorious weather. We expect it to be cold again next week. We'll be back down in the 40s again next week. But, you know, just enjoying it while we can. And that's the story. I just switched on the radio, 10 minutes before you heard me. Had a tune around 10 meters, heard lots and lots of South American stations all calling CQ contests, so I knew the band was alive, so I just dropped down lower. They're all between sort of 28,400 and 28,500. That's where they're all congregating, and we normally find a lot of Europeans there as well. But I just thought I'd drop down just below them all, put out a call, and literally I asked was the frequency in use a few times, put out a CQ10m, twice, something like that, and you popped up. So I'm hoping that I'm only going to have a short section, but I'm hoping that there'll be plenty out there wanting to jump on my antenna today. Back to you.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, you're 5'9", peaking 5 over right now into the northeast USA, Mark, so you won't have any problem stirring up some activity. And I'm not hearing any sort of a hum on my end at all. If you're running the amplifier now, I'm not hearing any hum at all, Mark. So it's definitely on your end. By the way, I didn't give you my working conditions. I'm running an Elecraft K3, and again about 800 watts of an old Alpha 76 amplifier that's almost as old as I am. And the antenna is a Force 12 Yagi, 5 elements on 10 meters, and that's on a crank-up tower about 55 feet high in the backyard. Well, same exact thing here. This morning, Mark came into the shack, grabbed a cup of coffee, turned on 10 meters, and like you, have heard a lot of South American stations, and of course I'm hearing a lot of the European stations on your side calling down to South America. A lot of German stations on, loud German stations on this morning, so I knew the band was open. It's funny, this frequency here is, we have a local rag chew every evening here in southwest New Hampshire, so I usually have it parked right here on 28355, and so again, after I tuned up and down the band, I set it down here on 355 and was catching up on some emails when I heard you call CQ, so it's perfect timing. But Mark, listen, I won't hold it. I'm going to kind of keep going. I got some stuff I got to get done here in the shack. Very much my pleasure to meet you for the first time. I'm going to put you on the spotter here, and and just take the headphones off and listen and hope you work a bunch more. But Mark, very much my pleasure for saying hello this morning. Thank you so much for picking me up, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon playing on the radio. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Fox, Alpha Echo 1 Papa. Back to you for your final, Mark.
Yeah, A1PM0 JCF returning. Well, it was an absolute pleasure for you to jump into my antenna today, Neil. And, you know, it doesn't matter whether it's New Hampshire or whether it's California. You know, I love talking to Americans. I'm a big fan of Americans. I've been to your country probably about 15 times over the last 40 years or so. And, you know, we go there often with my wife. We used to take the girls, my daughters, with us, but now they're grown-ups anyway, so they go on their own. In fact, my oldest daughter comes to the USA quite often as well. She's had a few trips just recently to Florida, Ohio, and some other places. The last time I was there was Florida in 2023, and I actually operated from there as well with the prefix Whiskey 4, so that was good fun because I managed on 10 meters to talk to 1 or 2 stations back home, so that was, you know, that sort of ticked a box for me as well. But yeah, I love a good QSO, a good rag chew with you on that side of the water, you know, and it's better than sort of contesting, or, you know, I like to talk to people all around the world, but invariably, because of the language barrier, you know, you don't tend to get really long QSOs or in-depth QSOs above and beyond, you know, your amateur radio chat. And just for clarification, no, it wasn't a linear amplifier I'm using. I'm just using the 100 watts, but it's a linear power supply. I don't know, a few months ago it went bang, as it always does, and I had to replace the bridge rectifier, and I put a 50 amp bridge rectifier in it, and I got a feeling I didn't tighten all of the bolts down properly. So what's happening is the case itself is mechanically humming, and therefore it's sitting on the wooden bench. The bench is also, I can feel it humming. So it's just the transformer that probably needs tightening down, but we'll get to that later. And we're, you know, you know, it's not affecting anything, it's not affecting the operation. It was more, could the person on the other end be hearing it on the microphone? And probably not, because I've got an alligator mouth anyway. I'm probably overriding all sorts of background noise. Neil, have a fantastic weekend. I know you said it's morning there. It's 1:30 in the afternoon here, so we've still got half of Saturday to go, and then of course Sunday. But every day's a Sunday for me, Neil. I'm also retired. I retired a few years ago, retired early, so every day's a Sunday. And I'm always find myself something to do if it's not radio. Take care, 73. Good luck, and bye-bye for now. A1P M0 JCF. Cheers, mate.
All right, Mark. Okay. Yeah, sorry for the confusion on the amplifier instead of being the power supply. And okay, sounds like the laminations on the, like you said, on the transformer need a little retorquing, but fine business. And okay on retirement. I'm jealous. Got 2 more years to go, Mark. 2 more years. But hopefully it'll go by fast. Again, my pleasure. 7-3 until next time. You'll look forward to saying hi again and maybe chatting for a bit longer. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Fox, Alpha Echo 1 Papa. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers, Neil. Take care, good luck, and enjoy yourself, whatever it is you're going to do in that freezing cold weather out there. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England.
Washington 8, Italy, Ocean Fox.
Yeah, I think I've got a Whiskey 8, India, Oscar, Foxtrot. That's not exactly how you gave it to me. You give me a Washington 8, Italy, Ocean Fox, I believe. But either way, I understood you. Thanks for coming back to me. The name this side is Mark. That's Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Kilo. And I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles southeast of London. So let's find out who you are, where you are, and we'll go from there. Whiskey 8, India, Oscar Foxtrot. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
This is Washington, Ocean, Florida. How's that one? Name is David. We're in southeast Michigan. And I just turned the radio on just a couple of seconds ago and turned across the band, and he was booming in, and so I thought, well, geez, you're so strong. Of course, there's some QRP in there, but you're still one of the strongest ones I'm hearing at this time. Yeah, beautiful sunny day out today. Your day is winding down, mine's winding up. So hopefully it was a good one for you, and hopefully it'll be a good one for me, Mark.
Yeah, Whiskey 8, India Ocean Fox, Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Fox returning. Well, Dave, glad to meet you today. Thanks for coming back to me. You're not overly strong to me, Dave. You're not overly strong. Peaking about 5 and 3 and a QSB dropping you in the wrong direction at the moment, but perfectly readable throughout. I've got you, as I say, 5 and 3. The radio I'm using is an IC-7300 by ICOM. I'm sure you know it. It's one of the most popular radios nowadays. Just 100 watts from the back of the radio, and the antenna's very simple. It's just a 5/8 wave vertical, so that might be why I'm not receiving you so well today. It's just a simple vertical antenna. So that's the story there, Dave. Back to you, Whiskey 8, India Oscar Fox. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Fox.
Yeah, very good, Mark. Yeah, well, you're running anywhere from a 6 to a 2, like the waves of the ocean. About a 2, but 100% happy. You know, if I didn't look at the S meter, I wouldn't realize it was going on because you sound so good. Your ICOM's doing a good job. You know, Candy Vertical. We're running a Yaesu 1000 or FT1000 MP, and an antenna. We're going to a beam antenna up at about 50 feet here, going off in your direction. And that's just nice to chat with you this morning. Here, make a contact. You might be the only one I make. Today. Usually I get out and maybe make one a day or one a week. God, I say, trying to get my gate. Even though the sun is shining, it's kind of cold outside. This winter is hanging in here, but this next week it's supposed to start warming up a little bit again. So maybe I'll be over the hurdle there, Mark. 8 here is 76, pushing to 77, and license forever in a day. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, WA-IOFM0JCF. Fantastic. Well, you're still a young man, Dave. Absolutely nothing wrong about that. I'm 62, and I'm in the enviable position of a lot of people my age. I retired just over 2 years ago, so I've got plenty of time to play radio, go outside, do what I've got to do, oil paintings. I do metal detecting, all sorts of things, you know. Got me fingers in many pies. And, of course, I'm a happily married man, so I've got plenty of hobbies that my wife wants me to do as well, normally involving DIY, etc. But Whiskey X-Ray here is absolutely fantastic. It's been brilliant all week, Dave. We've had blue skies and temperatures in double figures for us. That's centigrade, that is. Double figures all week. Today it's peaking about 15-16 degrees out there, which is about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's a t-shirt and shorts weather for us in the southeast of England. I've just been out there doing a bit of gardening, cleaning down the patio furniture, that sort of thing, getting ourselves ready for a later spring and summer when we can actually get out there and entertain, that sort of thing, you know, socialise with people, barbecues, that sort of thing. So that's the story here. Most of the trees in my garden are not in bloom yet. We've got no blossom, we've got no leaves, but all of the ground flowers that we suspect would come up in the spring are up now, you know, the daffodils, the crocus, the snowdrops, you know, so it's starting to look pretty out there. After the bleak winter months, it's starting to look pretty. And I'm just looking on the map, and when you know, you said you was in Michigan, and seeing that you're just north of Detroit. And in fact, it was just 2 years ago, maybe a bit longer than that, maybe 3 years ago, my daughter was just across the water from you on Lake Erie. She was over there in Cleveland, Ohio. So there you go. That's the claim to fame, is my daughter has been, relatively speaking, close to where you live. And it's interesting to note, you live in Michigan, and of course you've got Lake Michigan nearby, but I see that actually you're closer to Lake Huron and Lake Erie itself. And there is a small lake next door to Detroit. I don't know which one that is without zooming in. So I just thought I'd lay that on you, that I know the area by proxy because my daughter was there. And we're quite frequent visitors to the USA. And we've actually got friends that are across Lake Michigan from you in Wisconsin, up by, well, there are at Fond du Lac. Just west of Lake Michigan. So that's the story there, Dave. Whiskey 8, IOF, M0, JCF.
Yes, sir. Yep, M0, JCF, W8, IOF. Yeah, very good. Very good, Mark. 100% happy. Your daughter being close by. Well, yeah, we've been in the same general area my whole life. Haven't moved yet. From where I grew up at, where I was born at, to where I'm at right now, we're maybe 15 miles away. So I've lived in the general area all my life. And I like it. It's Michigan's a nice place. I would like to have a little longer summers, spring and fall, and not quite as much winter, but it is what it is. My dad brought us up here. I guess a brother of mine had moved to Georgia, and another one had moved to Arizona. Out of my 4 brothers, one's still in the area, and most of my cousins and aunts and uncles are in the area too, so it's nice. We get get-togethers, but at my age now, the get-togethers is much more than my wife and I, and my daughter, husband, and the grandkids. Most of the family is, you know, gone on. Like we do when we get used there. And, okay, it's going on as you're on these guys. Well, it's going to be a while yet before we get anything popping up here. It don't happen until January, February, March. Middle of April. I have to look at that to see what things happen. But May and June is when things start looking back normal again. We don't do a whole lot this time of year. Summertime we stay pretty busy. Working around the yard. I got another piece of property up in northern Michigan, and we go up there throughout the summer just to get away, and that keeps me a little busy up there. But it's good to see the sun shining, get a little more warmth. They claim next week it's going to get into the 40s. For that, you know, after a hard winter, it makes me want to put my shorts on too. Oh my goodness. I'm glad the wife has something to do. We've been retired. We retired early. We didn't have much choice. The economy went down the drain here. So back in 2008 is I quit working in 2008. What is that? 17 years ago? Oh my goodness! It seems just like yesterday. Time goes by when you get old. When you get old and get older, it's how fast it was by the bus.
Yeah, Whiskey 8 IOF M0 JCF. Sorry, Dave, not sure if you'd stopped there. I got up to you retiring in 2008, and it was 17 years ago, and then your signal pretty much dropped off the cliff. I mean, it wasn't really moving the bar graph throughout that about that over, but a really interesting over. I've got, you know, all of the information about you know, properties in Michigan, etc. And yeah, but it just right at the end there, you sort of faded out and it become difficult. So hopefully I'm not talking over the top of you. But yeah, fantastic, great stories, and it looks like you know, you're enjoying life. That's all I can say. And sure, yeah, get those shorts on. You've got to get those white legs out. I did. I scare everyone early in the spring. I dress in shorts and t-shirts pretty much from sort of March to normally like the October time, where I go back to jeans and you know, hoodies and things like that to keep warm. And yeah, I get my legs out in the spring, and I can scare small children, old ladies, and most animals with my legs, because they're getting a bit sorry for themselves now. They've been smashed around over the years, and they're not a pretty sight first thing in the year. Not too bad once we get a bit of sunshine on them. I start to get, you know, that orangey brown colour. When I used to have hair, I was actually a blonde, so you know, I've got quite fair skin. So that's the story there, Dave. Let's see if you've come back out of the QSB before I lose you completely. Whiskey 8 India Oscar Foxtrot Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Yeah, really, it was a struggle that time, and I'm not sure if you signed off. So, listen, Dave, if you can hear me, I wish you a very best 73. Thanks a lot for this QSO, absolutely fantastic. And if you hear me again on 10 metres, come back and we'll carry on where we've left off. Cheers, take care, have a fantastic weekend. Best wishes to the whole family. Bye-bye for now. QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England. Okay, nothing is heard. CQDX, CQDX 10. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, 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 calling CQDX 10.
Papa Tango 2 America Whiskey.
Okay, Papa Tango 2 America Whiskey. Very good afternoon to you, old man, and thank you for coming back to me. My name is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I'm in the southeast of England. I'm about 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. I'll give you your report on the next over. Papa Tango 2 Alpha Whiskey. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Papa Tango 2 America Whiskey. Good afternoon to you, and many thanks for the report, for the nice report. I got the 5 and 9 plus in Brasilia, capital of Brazil, okay? The name here is Paulo, Papa Alpha, Uniform Lima Oscar. Okay, let's see the report there, please.
Yeah, Paolo, thank you for coming back to me. And from your capital, Brasilia, very nice to have you in my logbook today. You're just 5 and 6 to me today, Paolo. 5 and 6. Thank you for the 5 and 9. I'm just using a very simple antenna. I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna and just 100 watts from my IC-7300. So that's the story, Paolo. Back to you, sir.
Okay, Roger. Many Thanks for the information there. Well, my output is 100 watts from a Nikon IC-7300. And antenna is a 5-element Yagi, full size, 80 meters above the ground, okay? Pointing to your up right now. Okay, dear sir. Mike 0, Julian Charlie Fox, Papa Tango 2 Alpha Whiskey.
Yeah, PT2AWM0JCF. Well, Paolo, it looks like your antenna is doing all of the good and hard work, and the radio is sounding good today. The signals from North America and South America are not very strong to me today, but I think maybe that's just my antenna isn't doing the best job it could do. But Whiskey X-ray, if you'd like to know the Whiskey X-ray here in the southeast of England today, about 15 degrees Celsius or about 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We have blue skies and sunshine. It's a beautiful day here in the southeast of England. Paolo, back to you.
Okay, beautiful day there. Well, 15 Celsius is not, it's very nice, very mild. Here we have right now 30 Celsius, and the sun is shining, the sun is shining very, very strong, okay, and well, we hope better days ahead, with some cold. Okay, my dear. All the best to you there, have a good DX and hope to you soon frequency. Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Fox, Papa Tango 2, America Whiskey.
Yeah, PT2AWM0JCF returning for that final. Paolo, an absolute pleasure to hear you today, and even better to speak to you down there in Brasilia. It's not often I talk to people from your city. Every Brazilian ham seems to be living in Sao Paulo or Rio de Janeiro. Very rarely Brasilia. So fantastic to have you in my logbook. Can I wish you and your family 73 have a fantastic weekend. Good luck, and hopefully your weather will cool down for you when our weather warms up for us. Take care, good luck, and bye-bye for now, old friend.
Well, please help me also use Papa Tango with me. You and 38. Take care of the motorcycles. Take care over the motorcycles. All the best to you, my friend Mark. 73, hope to you soon.
Yeah, thank you. Good luck. Take care. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England.
Romeo 3, Mike Bravo. Roger 3, Mike Bravo.
Yeah, Romeo 3, Mike Bravo, very nice and strong today. And thank you for coming back to my call. My name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm in the southeast of England, about 20 kilometres southeast from the city of London. And I'll give you your report on the next over. Radio 3, Mike Bravo, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot.
Roger, Mike 0, Golf, Charlie, Foxtrot, Romeo 3, Mike Bravo. Mark, you report 5 by 9 plus 10. 5-9 plus 10. My name is Vladik. Whiskey Lima Alpha Delta Italy Kilowatt. Vladik. Mike 3, Yaroslav. Mark, help me reach QSO Papa Tango this moment.
Yeah, Radio 3, Mike Bravo, this is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Fox returning. Thank you for the 5 and 9 plus 10, Vlad. Very nice signal. You are just 5 and 5 to me today. Nice and loud, very good audio, but just 5 and 5. And the Papa Tango 2 Alpha Whiskey was in the city of Brasilia, but he is now gone. He's now left the frequency. He came back to my call, if that's what you was asking. Today, Vlad, I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. I'm using IC-7300 and just 100 watts from the radio. Back to you.
Okay, Mark, okay. I not cursor with Papa Tango. I am not cursor with Brasilia. My transfer ICOM 7400 This is moment 660 watt and my antenna deployed this band. Mark, my best to you. Michael Zero Golf Charlie Florida, Romeo Mike Bravo. Mark.
Okay, Vlad, no problem. Correction on my call sign. It's negative golf. Negative golf. It's Japan. It's Mike 0 Japan Charlie Foxtrot, not Golf Charlie Foxtrot. And you're peaking 5 and 7 with your 60 watts and dipole. Now peaking 5 and 7. Okay, there, old friend. Thank you for coming back to me. I'll let you go. I'll try to work some more before QRT. But you take care, and I wish you 73. Good luck and spasiba. Das vidanya.
Okay, man. Thank you for my report 5/7. You report 59 plus 10. Thank you for the fire contact, and I hope to meet you again very soon, old band. Mike 0 Japan Charlie Florida, Romeo Mike Bravo. Mark, I'm glad to meet you again. Bye bye.
Yeah, you take care. Good luck and bye bye for now. QRZ, this is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England. Nothing is heard. CQDX, CQ Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, calling CQDX10.
Mike 0 Juliet 2 Uniform Foxtrot. This is Whiskey 8 Uniform Sierra November.
Yeah, Whiskey 8 Uniform Sierra November, United States Navy. Fantastic call sign. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. The name is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. And I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles southeast of the city of London. And I'll give you a report and some information on the next over if you would like it. Whiskey 8 United States Navy. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
Yeah, very good, Mark. Mike 0 Zulu Charlie Foxtrot, Whiskey 8 Uniform Sierra November. We're in the state of Michigan, and yeah, the call sign came from me being a retired Navy veteran. That's how the call sign came about. But anyway, you had a nice signal coming in here into Michigan today. From the 5 and 8 to 5.9, but there is some QSP on the band, so it does go up and down somewhat. So how's Cocker? Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem, Bob. And I know I'm an Englishman, but I wish you good luck and thank you for your service to the free world, we'll say, and I'll say no more about it. And yeah, you're just 5 and 3 to me today, Bob. 5 and 3, and a QSB as well, negative QSB, dropping you down just slightly, but perfectly readable throughout. I'm using an IC-7300. I'm using 100 watts from the radio, and the radio is an IC-7300. We've said that, we're repeating ourselves, my old age. I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna, so a very simple antenna. And just to correct my call sign, you've got one letter wrong. It's Mike 0 Japan Canada Florida. Just I think you mixed up Juliet with Zulu or something like that, but anyway, it's M0JCF is the correct call sign. But yeah, absolutely no problem hearing you. And as I say, I've just pulled up your QRZ page, and now I see you as a Navy radio man. So really, I mean, this should be second nature to you, unlike me, where sometimes my tongue gets stuck somewhere in the back of my head and the words never come out right, as you might have gathered. Whiskey 8 United States Navy. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox.
IC-7300, running about 95 watts into a 05 HOA vertical antenna. And that's what we're using also. So we got about the same equipment running here. And the QSP is going down quite a bit, so I'm not going to keep it a long time just in case you're not talking to me at all. Because we went down to about
And that's two also. So, Mark, I'm going to say 73, and thanks for the contact. Wish you uniforms here in November, saying 73.
Kilo Delta 8.
Yeah, absolutely no problem, Bob. It was great to meet you today, and obviously we can do it again. The next time you come and jump in and say hello, we'll carry on where we've left off. And I'm just looking at your QRZ page, and interestingly, although it says your address is Michigan, in your details you're down as the US state of Florida, just north of Tampa. I know Tampa very well, but it looks like on the map you're just north of Tampa, but I'm not going to worry about that. I know you're in Michigan. You take care, have a fantastic weekend, and very good luck, and look forward to the next time. Whiskey 8, United States Navy. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Fox, 73, old friend.
Very good, Mark, very good. Yeah, we're right across the river here from Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. At the very end of Lake Huron, and there's a bridge that goes across into Sarnia, Ontario. So very well, thanks for the contact.
Kilo Delta 8 Golf.
You were Sinclair.
Yeah, cheers, mate. You take care, and thanks for the clarification. I made a note of exactly where you are, and well, we can't miss Ontario. You're just across the water from there. Take care and good luck. I think there was a Kilo Delta 8 calling in. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Mark in the southeast of England. Back to you, Kilo Delta 8. Okay, I got Kilo Delta 8 Golf, and then I missed a bit, and then you said Ohio. You're very weak to me today. I would say about a 4 and 1 maybe when you called in, just about getting the call sign. So let's try that one more time. I really would like to get you in the logbook today, seeing as you put the effort in to call me. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, listening for Kilo Delta 8 Golf question mark in Ohio.
Kilo Delta 8 Golf Yankee Juliet.
Yeah, I got you now. Kilo Delta 8 Golf Yankee Juliet. Yeah, really, a 5 and 1 would be the best I could give you today. It really was a bit of a strain on the ears to pick you out today. But we got there in the end. The name this side is Mark, as I say, in the southeast of England, about 15 miles southeast of London. I'm using an IC-7300. I'm using 100 watts, but the antenna is just a 5/8 wave vertical, and obviously not doing the best job that it could by pulling in the signals today. So back to you, Charles, or I'm not sure if you're Charles or Charlie. Just found you on QRZ, KD8 GYJ M0 JCF.
Like I said, I'm in Dayton, Ohio. I'm talking on an RCI 2950, RCI 2950, and I'm up 45 feet with EL2s.
Yeah, okay, Charles, got all of that. You peaked at 5 and 3 that time, but there is QSB, and a few of the stations I've worked from your general area, from the Michigan area, Wisconsin area, around there. You've all been about 5 and 3 peak with a negative QSB. So, you know, I won't hold it with you today, Charles. We'll do this again another day. Fantastic for you to call in to me. But as I say, if the QSB is going to drop the signal out of my box, then I'll be forever lasting asking you to repeat yourself, and I'm sure that you'll get very tired with that quickly. But great to have you in the logbook. We got a fantastic day here, Charles. We got around 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We got blue skies, and it's really nice and warm out there, quite pleasant. I just came in for a short while to use the radio, then I'll get myself back in the sunshine if the QSB is going to interfere with all my contacts. But can I wish you and the family very best 73, and look forward to actually having a proper QSO with you next time. Back to you, KD8 GYJ M0 JCF. Yeah, 46 Fahrenheit and snow doesn't sound good to me, Charles. It's that's not anything like summer's coming to me. That sounds like winter's there to stay. Take care, Charles. I'm going to wish you good luck, because that last over, I just heard the 46F and I heard snow. I didn't hear any more than that. You take care, good luck, and thank you again. And until the next time, I'll say 73. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, South East of England. Nothing is heard. CQ. Okay, one more time, please. You were just a 2 and 1 that time, a 2 and 1. I heard a bit more. Please give me a call sign once more, but I won't hold you up for too long, because if it's difficult, we can do it another day. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Fox, listening. No, apologies, negative copy. Thank you again for trying. I do appreciate it, and we'll do this again another day. But just not working for me today, unfortunately. But good luck and thank you again. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot on 10. Okay, I heard the 4 out of that one. I just heard the 4. That's all I heard. The call sign was a bit quick for the conditions. Very, very weak. Just a 2 and 1. Back to you. Okay, I've got the Queen 4 Lima Tango Hotel QRP. I'm assuming you're a Kilo Queen 4 Lima Tango Hotel, and your QRP. That would explain a lot. Fantastic effort. If I've got that call sign correct, we can take that one as a 4 and 1, just a 4 and 1. But fantastic. Let's see who you are. I'll check on the QRZ, and I'm going for a Kilo Queen 4 and Lima Tango Hotel. And if I've got that right, hopefully I've got Frank, who's in Virginia. And if that's you, Frank, in Virginia, then that will be fantastic. Let's see if we get a QSL from you on that. The Kilo Queen 4 Lima Tango Hotel QRP station. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, running 100 watts.
QSL. That's Frank in Virginia, and I'm running 5 watts to an off-center fed dipole. 5 watts. You are about 5 and 1.
Well, Frank, absolutely fantastic. You're 5 watts and off-centre fed dipole. You get the impression there, maybe I heard everything you said. Your 5 watts and the off-centre fed dipole gave me a 5 and 3. Absolutely no problems. I was going to log that as a 4 and 1, but 5 and 3 is what I'm hearing you today, Frank. I'd say I'm using an IC-7300. I'm using 100 watts, and my antenna is a 5/8 wave of vertical. But absolutely fantastic effort there, and I'm glad that we persisted with that one, because your signal just came out of the dirt and gave me a 53, which is fantastic. Whether it will stay that way will be to be seen. So let's go back to you, Frank. Kilo Queen 4 Lima Tango Hotel. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot. Okay, KQ4LTH M0JCF. Frank, if you can hear me, if I'm not talking over you, you just dropped off the cliff again. We've got you in the logbook, mate, as a 5 and 3. Absolutely no problem. Just looking at your QRZ page, I see you got your license age 13, and then you got your general age 14. So absolutely fantastic on that. Believe it or not, Frank, I failed my radio amateurs examination aged 14 back in 1978, way before you were born. So it looks like you've got a lot of years in front of you to enjoy this hobby, and fantastic to hear you QRP. But I won't hold it with you, only because it's very difficult. I will log you on QRZ, and I look forward to having another conversation with you. And what I'll do next time as well, Frank, is I will drop my power to 5 watts as well. I won't do it today because we may be on the road to a hiding, but it's great to hear you, and I'm very pleased to have worked your 5 watt station. Take care, good luck, 73 to everyone around you, and enjoy your weekend, enjoy your radio. Bye bye for now, old friend. Okay, QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot.
Kilo Charlie 2, Whiskey Lima Romeo.
Yeah, I've got a Kilo Charlie 2, a Whiskey Lima radio. Very good afternoon to you. My name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha, Romeo Kilo, and I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles southeast of the city of London itself. So let's find out who you are and where you are, then I'll give you a report and some technical details. Kilo Charlie 2, Whiskey Lima Radio. This is Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot.
Okay, Mark, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot from Kilo Charlie 2, Whiskey Lima Radio. Good afternoon to you. Good morning here on my side. My name is Pat, Papa Alpha Tango. Pat is my name. I'm in the state of New York, about 175 miles north of New York City. Mark, and your signal report here is 5x9. You actually peak 5 dB over S9. Also using 100 watts here, Mark. But I do have a 3-element monoband Yagi, about 30 feet off the ground. It's a sunny but very windy morning here in upstate New York. Current temperature is -1 degree Celsius, and we've continued to have pretty strong winds all winter long here. Snow still on the ground here also, Mark. Anyways, for your information, tonight we moved the clocks ahead 1 hour, so springtime is just ahead of us, Mark. Okay, how copy? Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot from Kilo Charlie 2, Whiskey Lima Radio, over.
Yeah, absolutely no problems here in all of that, Pat. KC2 WLR M0JCF. Yeah, that beam actually doing all of the heavy lifting in this QSO. You're peaking 5 and 6 to me, Pat, 5 and 6, with QSB down to about 5 and 3. But that's what I've been getting all of this session, talking to the East Coast USA. And I've only made it as far west so far as the Michigan area. That gives you an idea of what's going on. Just a 5/8 wave vertical aerial here. So, yeah, your beam's definitely doing all of the heavy lifting. Yeah, I've been also getting the reports of you've still got it cold and you've still got it damp and you've still got it snowy up there. In contrast, here in the southeast of England, we've just had a week of double figures in Celsius, that is, double figures weather, blue skies. It's been absolutely fantastic. I've been wearing shorts and t-shirt all week. And in fact, I've spent the morning in our back garden cleaning up after the winter, cleaning down the patio furniture, etc. You know, getting ourselves ready for spring proper. And then for the summer, our clocks don't go forward until the end of March. So you're about 3 weeks ahead of us on the time change. We go to British summertime at the end of March. So that's the story here. It always trips me up as well, because we get out of sync with the timing. I know the East Coast is 5 hours ahead of us. Sorry, 5 hours behind us, and of course now you're gonna mess that up for me, and I have to recalculate in my head, is it 4 hours or is it 6 hours, because I could be calling for USA and find out that you're all still in bed. But there you go. It's currently what time would I say it is? It's about 2:30 in the afternoon here. So that's the story, Pat. Hope this has held up. KC2 WLR M0 JCF.
All right, good transmission, Mark. M0 JCF from KC2 WLR. Yeah, I always have to do it in my head too. My wife and I were avid hikers, and you know, I bring my ham radio hobby up in the mountains. I like summits on the air, and you know, I always got to figure that UTC time in my head. Do I, you know, where am I now? What time of year is it? You know, right now, yeah, like you say, it's +5 for us. Now, once we change the clock here tomorrow, +4. So, you know, if it's, you know, noontime here, 12 o'clock when I'm on a summit, you know, instead of being, you know, 1700 UTC, you know, it'll be an hour difference of 1600. So there you go. Yeah, what are you going to do? I think there's 2 states here in the U.S. that stays on standard time all year, and that's Arizona and Hawaii. So they don't change the clocks there. What else I have? Okay, for going west, yeah, Michigan. I think that, like on the west coast, you know, you may just about hear them now. I think the sun's just coming up there on the west coast, so you may hear some 6 or 7 landers here on 10. Yeah, I've been just looking around the band. Looks like there's a South American contest, so I'm hearing a lot of Europeans calling South America or giving a contest number, their CQ zone or whatever. Not much of a contest. I'm not against it, just I would rather talk to somebody like we're doing. Okay, Mark, it was nice to put you in the log for the first time. I won't hold you here in case you want to get somebody else here stateside. And have a great weekend. By the way, yeah, a little bit of snow here overnight. We had a little dusting from a snow squall. You know, they come off the Great Lakes, come off of the lake here, Lake Ontario. We're not close to Lake Ontario, but we could still get just a little bit of lake effect coming off tonight. Have a great weekend. Enjoy ham radio, Mark. Again, like I said, nice to put you in the log for the first time. Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, just south of London, KC2, We Love Radio, upstate New York, 73 Mark. Thanks again.
Pat, an absolute pleasure, and look forward to many more contacts, whether it be different bands, different antennas, different radios. Check out my QRZ page. You can see I've got a lot of old rubbish to fire up and talk on, and I'll be doing that as time goes on. And thanks for the clarification on the states that don't use different time zones, don't use summertime, etc. I'm all for that, to be honest. I'm all for not using these time changes. I want it left one place and one place only, especially as we're Greenwich Mean Time, where we invented time zones way back when. Only saying that in jest, tongue in cheek. Take care, good luck, enjoy the cold weather. I'm going to go back out in my sunshine very soon. 73 to everyone around you, Pat. Take care, good luck, and bye-bye for now. A QRZ, this is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England. And nothing is heard. CQ, CQ, CQDX, CQ, CQDX, 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 CQDX on 10. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, calling CQDX 10.
Kilo Charlie 1, November, Delta, Quebec in the moment.
Okay, Kilo Charlie 1, November, Delta, Quebec. I think maybe, possibly, you said mobile, or maybe I just misheard that. But fantastic for you calling in today. The name this side is Mark, Mike, Alpha, Romeo, Kilo. I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles southeast of the city of London. And I'll give you your report, and I'll give you some details if you require them on the next over. So KC1, NDQ, M0, JCF.
M0, JCF, KC1MDQ, and back in the mobile. Yes, you are 57, we're from QSC, the whole not quite open in the East Coast yet. I'm in Rhode Island right now, Romeo, India, and I'm on CQ10m, Massachusetts. And very strong, good signal. The name is Fran, Foxtrot, Romeo, Alpha, November. That's you.
Yeah, Fran, absolutely no problem. Your signal is very weak to me. You're just a 5 and 1, but it's the readability 5 is the important bit. Absolutely no problem hearing every word that you're saying. I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna, so I'm using a very simple antenna today. I'm using a 100 watts straight from the radio, and the radio is a IC-7300 by ICOM. Very, very simple setup, really. And yeah, as I say, you're 5 and 1. The readability 5 is the important bit. But yeah, barely moving the bar graph on this radio. Back to you, Fran. KC1 NDQ M0 JCF.
About 15 miles east of Providence, Rhode Island, the capital of Romeo, India. And I'm mobile and back doing a back on your activation, and you're in my log. I'm using the 891 at 100 watts into the Aegis 120 using screwdriver antenna. And the combination works great when the temperature is 0 degrees C, Roger?
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. 891 and 100 watts. And I know you're 15 miles east of, I can't read my Providence, that's, there you go, I've got it there. And yeah, thanks for all the information. Sometimes a little bit difficult. I think your readability was dropping down to a 4, possibly a 3, but you know, we made the contact, we got you in the logbook, absolutely no problems. And the problems may then come with the QSB. That's always the way. I've had negative QSB on just about every East Coast station today. I've been on the radio just over an hour, and it has been a lot of negative QSB. So if the signals are weak to start with, I lose them. It's only the ones that are over S5 that have sort of really held up for a long QSO. But absolutely no problems there, Fran. I won't hold you, sir. I'll let you carry on. It sounds like you're having a good time anyway. Just as a passing thought, we've got around 60 degrees Celsius here, which is about 15 degrees, we got 15 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. 60 degrees Celsius would be ridiculous for any part of the world. But yeah, we've got about 60 degrees Fahrenheit here, and that's a beautiful sunny day. Lots of blue in the sky, very little cloud, and it's been like that all week. But I'll let you go, Fran. I'll let you go and carry on doing what you're doing very, very well, and look forward to the next time. KC1 NDQ M0 JCF, wishing you 73 good luck. Have a good weekend.
Thanks so much, Mark. M0 JCF, KC1 NDQ. You're in my log, and thanks so much for the contact. We'll talk to you again soon, I hope. 73, KC1 NDQ.
Yeah, thank you, friend. Take care. Good luck. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, southeast of England. Nothing is heard at this time. CQDX. Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, calling CQDX, CQDX10.
Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie, Foxtrot, 9 Hotel, 1 Foxtrot, you copy?
Okay, I got the 9 Hotel 1. I missed the suffix. Apologies for that. But we'll get there eventually. There's no problem. We will get you in the logbook. But my name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. I'm in the southeast of England. I'm about 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. So let's get your call sign and I'll give you a report. The 9 Hotel 1 station. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, this is 9 Hotel 1 Echo Golf. Echo Golf. Good afternoon, Mark. Thanks for coming back to my call. The 5 and 5 here in Malta. I'm just testing I'm only using I haven't put the reflector on yet, but it seems to be working good. You're 5 and 5 with me, and glad to hear you. Thank you, Mark. And here, JTF, this is 9H1EG.
Yeah, 9 Hotel 1 Echo Golf. Joseph, thank you for coming back to me from Malta today. Thank you for the 5 and 5. You are peaking 5 and 3, but with the QSB, you're dropping down to about a 4 and 1. It's not overly strong from your direction today. I'm suspecting this could possibly be sporadic E, because you are the second contact that I've had from Malta in 2 days, and Malta has been very, very quiet to me recently. So maybe this is sporadic E, I don't know. But I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. I'm using 100 watts, and the radio is an IC-7300. A beautiful day here today. We're blue skies, lots of sunshine, about 15 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Fahrenheit. So a beautiful spring day here. Back to you, 9 Hotel 1 Echo Golf, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Fox, this is 9H1EG. Okay, Mark, I'm also using a Cycom 7300. I'm running 100 watts, obviously, and the antenna is very low at the moment. I was just giving an initial test yet. So when I raise it up, it should get better signal. Anyway, thanks for the QSO, Mark. Wish you 7 degrees and a happy weekend, and look forward to another chat next time. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, this is 9H1EG. Bye-bye.
Joseph, an absolute pleasure to have you in my logbook today. Thank you for the contact. Always good, even when I'm calling DX to work the Mediterranean stations. Such small islands and so many hams. It's always fantastic to hear you. Good luck, and I wish you 73 to the family as well. And hopefully speak to you again very, very soon. 9H1 EGM0JCF 73.
73.
QRZ, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England.
And November 4 Alpha Delta X-ray.
Then November 4 Alpha Delta X-ray. Very good afternoon to you, old man. And I say that with affection. I don't mean you're an old man. The name this side is Mark. That's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo. And I'm about 15 miles southeast of the city of London. A lovely clear audio from you. Hope that holds up. I'll give you a proper report on the next over and some details of what I've got here. November 4 Alpha Delta X-ray. This is Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot from November 4 Alpha Delta X-ray. Good evening, Mark. Handle on this side of the pond is Dennis, like Dennis the Menace, located in the central west coast of Florida near Tampa Bay. Mark, I'm copying you at 5/6/56 here to Florida. And very nice day. Over.
Yeah, November 4 Alpha Delta X-ray, Dennis, near Tampa Bay, Florida. 56 also is the peak from you, Dennis. Dennis the Menace, yeah, why not? Yeah, you're peaking 5 and 6, but with QSB dropping you around the 5 and 3 mark, but it is quite fluid. It's quite up and down there, Dennis. We've got an IC-7300 here. We're running 100 watts or whatever's coming out of the back of the the radio, depending how hot it's got. And the antenna is very simple, just a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. And you know, I do know the Tampa Bay area fairly well. In fact, it was only October 2023 my wife and I were in Clearwater. Well, in fact, we were just south of Clearwater. We was Madeira Beach, around that way, and I'm sure that you know it. Sand Key Park was the little national park on the island. I don't need to ramble on. You know where I've been. I've been there many times as well, and which is why I sort of know the area. I'm sure I know all of the Walgreens and all of the Walmarts and all of the Publix in that area. Back to you, November 4, ADX M0 JCF.
Oh, thank you, Mark. The important thing is you know where all the liquor stores are, right?
I know where every store is, mate. Don't you worry about that. Back to you.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, Mark, I was born in England many years ago. I am an old man. Been back to England twice on business last time to Manchester, and then the bullet train to London. We stayed at the Crown Plaza just outside, and had a wonderful time. Let's go back one day. There's so much history there. People who've never been to the old world never understand it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And do you know what? People say they're going to come to London and they're going to spend 3 days there. And I think you won't even scratch the surface. You just won't do it. Been to Manchester myself a few times as well. It's not a place that I choose to go. It used to be for work. I'm retired now, but when I was working, I would have to go to a town called Bagley, which is in the Manchester area, and just north of Manchester was the town of Rawtenstall. Quite often I had to go to Liverpool, so you know I would skirt around Manchester. So that's my claim to fame with Manchester. Dennis, back to you.
Very cool, yes. Copy on, no, you can't see London in a day. I think we were there 2, maybe 3 nights. And still, you know, just the top touristy things, the London Towers, Abbey, Big Ben, and of course we took in a few very nice pubs. But there is just so much to see, so much of the city. It would take a whole summer to see it all.
Well, I don't even think you could do a summer. I mean, do you know what, Dennis, where I live now, I'm 15 miles southeast of London. I'm in a suburb called Sidcup in Kent, in the county of Kent. And you know what? We've got so much history around just where I live, and I'm not even in London as such. We've got a lot of buildings around me that were owned by, well, going back to Henry VIII. So that's how far my local history goes back. We've got a lot of Victorian and Edwardian history, and we've got a lot of Georgian history, you know, pre-Victoria, the Mad King George himself. And we've got a lot of that architecture around where I live. But if I move just about 1.5 miles towards London from where I live, you come to a few of what would have been way back hundreds of years ago, the country retreats of Henry VIII, etc. We've got a building called the Tudor Barn, and it is an old Tudor building that is now really just a pub and a function hall, and it's set in ornamental gardens. I moved to that area way back in 1972, and so as a young boy, you know, I started learning that local history. And you know, you could spend half a lifetime just looking at local history when you're living in England, Scotland and Wales. You know, you go to the big cities, London or Coventry, and I could give you a big list, and there just isn't enough time. But having said that, You know, I've been to the USA probably 14, 15, 16 times, and I've been coast to coast, and I don't feel that even with your modern history, you know, your 500-year-old history, I haven't even scratched the surface of that one yet. The world is just far too big, you know, we're a tiny speck in the universe, but as you know, as land goes, there is just not enough time in a lifetime to scratch the surface. I've seen the whole of Australia. I've driven around the whole of Australia with a friend. We've driven New Zealand, for instance, both islands, top to bottom, left to right, and likewise we've done motorcycles around the Far East, etc. And I still don't think I've seen it all, you know. So it's a fantastic world, mate. It's a fantastic world. Enjoy every moment that you get to see when you go on the travels. November 4, ADX M0 JCF.
Very good, Mark. Yeah, copy all that. Yeah, it's a shame we only have one last time. We could use like 10 last times to really just peek at all that. That's still scratching the surface. So, man, today I gotta go. I've got a visit QSO with a friend of mine that I see this time of day. So, Mark, I'm gonna put some logs. I'm gonna look for you carefully. Give you the conversation. A lot of fun. But I'm using some run to chat with my buddy down 15 meters. So, and 6 cells, and for ADX, I'm going to the QS ride at 14 meters. So,
I totally understand, Dennis. You enjoy, I think you said, I don't know if you said 6 or 60 metres, but either way, you enjoy your QSY to wherever, and the QSO that you're about to have. It's all fun at the end of the day, so long as you don't treat it like work. Then you know, it's all going to be fun. It can't be anything but. I wish you 73 have a fantastic weekend, and find me on 10 or 12 metres again, shouting my mouth off, and come and say hello, and we can talk more about the liquor stores in your area, but tongue in cheek, of course. Take care and goodbye for now. N4ADX M0 JCF 73. QRZ, Mike 0, Juliet, Charlie Foxtrot, southeast of England. Nothing is heard. CQ, CQDX, CQ. Yeah, Sugar Victor 8, Sugar X-Ray Delta. Very good afternoon to you, and thank you for coming back to me, sir. I was just about to go QRT, so absolutely no problem to have you in my logbook today. But my name is Mark, that's Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I'm in the southeast of England, about 15 miles or 20 kilometres southeast of the city of London. So Stratos, back to you, sir. SV8 SXD M0 JCF.
Okay, Mike, you will have to give me your call sign again, please, slowly, because my computer here is acting up.
That's no problem, Stratos. It's Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, and I'll give you your report on the next over as well.
Okay, man, thank you. I got you. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-Ray Delta. You have 5 and 9 booming signal in the island of Limnos in the North Aegean Sea, Mike, and as you said, the name is Stratos. And fantastic signal and very good modulation. Back to you. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-Ray Delta returning.
Yeah, Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-Ray Delta, Stratos in Limnos, and yeah, you're also 5 and 9 plus sometimes. My radio is the IC-7300. And very briefly, the red portion comes on. So you're about 5 and 9 plus 5, but I'll put 5 and 9 in my QRZ today. But I'm using the IC-7300. I'm using a 5/8 wave vertical antenna. and the radio output is 100 watts. And you know what, I've just checked on the QRZ Stratos. We've worked a few times now. We've worked 10 meters all times, and we've worked 2023 and 2024. So absolutely fantastic for 2025 as well. And hopefully I can work you again in 2026. Back to you, SV8 SXD M0 JCF.
M0 JCF Sierra Victor 8 Sierra X-ray Delta. Yes, Mike, I can see it also on my logbook here. Very, very nice, and definitely we will work each other. There's no problem there, 100%. And it is always a pleasure, my friend. And as I said, you are always booming this side. The radio and the antenna that you have that side, they're working wonders. And what I'm running here today is a Yaesu FT2000. I'm running an amplifier today is the QR10m. Hello, about 450 watts at the moment, and the antenna is a Stereo 827, about 10 meters high, Mike. Back to you.
Yeah, well, it's working very, very well, and I see power. You have 6 dB more than me. Yeah, easy, more than 6 dB. Yeah, our signal strengths are the same. So maybe it comes down to the antennas. Our antennas are very, very similar today. But absolutely fantastic. I hope you have good weather there, Stratos. Today we have blue skies. We have about 15 degrees Celsius, but it's a beautiful sunny spring day here in the southeast of England, and it's been like that for the whole week. It's been fantastic weather all this week, but next week it looks like the cold. The winter comes back next week, and we will be back down to 6 or 5 or 7 degrees Celsius, so it'll be back time to put that hat on again. But until then, we're just enjoying some sunshine. Back to you.
QSL, a lot of the same. By the way, at the moment I'm running 100 watts. 100 watts at the moment. What is the difference that side? This is Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-ray Delta.
Yeah, 100 watts gives me 5 and 7 with an incredibly loud audio. Back to you.
Okay, no problem. So basically, is 2 dBs that the amp is giving up, is it?
No, 6 dB. Your amplifier is giving me 6 dB. Yeah, it's making 2 S points, and 2 S points is about 6 would be 6 dB is normally about 1 S point. So your 6 dB amplifier over 100 watts is actually giving you 3 dB of gain. Back to you.
QSL, no problem. Excellent. Anyway, yeah, we have one of the same. This week it is a pleasure coming because the last week, man, it was terrible. Very, very cold and rainy. And this week it started very, very nice. And it seems to be going even better. Every day the temperature it comes up and up. But as you said, we will be getting bad weather coming towards us on the week coming. So one of the same here, Mike. Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot Sierra Victor 8 Sierra X-ray Delta.
Yeah, SV8 SXD return. M0 JCF returning. Well, that's fantastic. And you know Greece. I've been to the Greek islands, many of the islands, many times, and always fantastic weather there. I've been to Crete, I've been to Corfu, I've been to Rhodos, I've been to Zakynthos, and you know, it's never bad weather. So for you to tell me the weather's not good, then there's something big wrong, something big wrong, Stratos. But fantastic to get you in the logbook today. Maybe one day my wife and I will have a holiday in Limnos, and we'll find out what your tiny island is like. But you know, it looks like you're surrounded by a lot of land. I've never been to that part of Greece, only the islands on the outside. Back to you.
QSL, Mike. Mark, what you owe it to yourself to come to Limnos. It is a fantastic island with the most amazing beaches, whatever type of beach you want. Black, red, white, sand, pebbles, rocks, you name it, we have it. And they are very easily accessible. And it is very nice. A lot of history, a hell of a lot of history. 14,000 years going backwards. And it is a fantastic island. If you will see further down on my QRZ page, I have some pictures of it, and the pictures, they don't make any justice to it if you're not going to see it with your own eyes. So back to you, Mark.
Absolutely fantastic. Let's just check your QRZ page, and I see you're 1,500 miles away, but yeah, I'm scrolling. I see you've got lots of awards. I don't collect awards anymore. Ah, yeah. There we go. Well, you know what? I'll come back to this at some point, Stratos, and maybe I'll check Wikipedia. They will have a page of Limnos, but I'm looking at the photos. Very pretty. I'm looking at the ancient small boat harbour, and that is a fantastic photograph. And that reminds me of many of the small boat harbours that I've been to on other islands. And of course, I can see the Venetian fortress from 1,000 years ago. So, you know, a lot of history there. But of course, Greece has a lot of history before even England and Scotland and Wales. I know that the Romans were here. More than 2,000 years ago, and Greece and Italy and the old Ottoman empires, you know, they all have so much history, so much to take in, but we're running out of time to see it all. Stratos, back to you.
QSL. I've been around, I've been to South Africa, I lived there for 10 years, I lived in the US for 20 years. By the way, my other call sign is Kilo Echo 5 India. Kilo Echo 5 India is still active. That is what I was using in the US. And unfortunately I came here and I wanted to use the American call sign and turn it into a Greek, but unfortunately there were issues with the laws here and whatever, so I had to go and get a Greek call sign also. Anyway, the same thing happened with my driving licenses and everything. I got 3 driving licenses, South African, American and Greek.
Well, that's a fantastic story and very interesting. You know, I have travelled a lot over my years, Stratos. I've been to the USA many times. Never lived there, but only visited. And likewise Australia. I've been to Australia and I've driven around the whole of Australia with a friend. We bought a van, we bought a camper van back in 1993, and we drove around the whole country, 26,000 kilometres. It took us 4.5 months. And I've also seen New Zealand, both of those islands, top to bottom, left to right. That took us 1 month to drive all of that. And I've been to the Far East. I've driven around the Far East on motorcycles. That's when I was a lot younger. I had a lot more hair and not so much weight around my middle. But I'm pleased I've done it. But Europe, I've seen some of Europe, and as I say, I've seen some of Greece, and I have been to Turkey once. Once was enough for me. We went with friends, so I can say that I've seen Turkey as well. Anyway, Stratos, I was going QRT before you called me, so I'm going to wrap it up now. I can hear downstairs now my wife and I think one of my daughters has come home, so I'm going to get myself back in our glorious sunshine, because as I say, we've not got it next week. Next week we're back to cold and possibly some rain, so I make the most of the sunshine today and hopefully tomorrow. So can I wish you and your family very best 73, Stratos. Always a pleasure to speak to you, and I always remember you because you're on the island of Limnos, and very, very rarely do I get a call from Limnos. So until then, I'm going to say 73, good luck, and cheers and beers, as they say in England. And until the next time, take care, look for me again. So over to you for a final. Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-Ray Delta, Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot.
QSL, Mark, no problem. Thank you very much. It is always a pleasure, and we'll catch you down the log. 73s, and pass my best regards to you and your family, and we'll catch you down the log. Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot, Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-Ray Delta. Bye-bye, always a pleasure.
Yeah, you take care, old friend, and if you'd like to have the frequency, I will leave the frequency to you now. And I'm sure I've been working lots and lots of East Coast USA before you called in, so I'm sure there are East Coast USA that are hearing me but would rather speak to you on your tiny island there in the sea between all the other islands and mainland Greece. This is Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot going QRT. This frequency is clear for use. This frequency is clear for use.
Thank you, Mark. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
I'm going QRT, and I've handed the frequency to Stratos, Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-Ray Delta. He's having trouble hearing you. He is having trouble hearing you. I have you 5 and 3. I have you 5 and 3 in the southeast of England. My name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, but I have you 5 and 3 in the southeast of England. Zulu Sierra 6, Tango Alpha November, Mike 0, Juliet Charlie Foxtrot. Okay, apologies for that, Stratos. I just tried to pull him in for you, but he is very weak to me, and obviously very weak to you. I will definitely not interfere anymore. That frequency is definitely yours, Stratos. Good luck.
Thank you, Mark. No problem. Always a pleasure, and thank you very much for the help. ZS6MAN, is that correct? Sierra Zulu 6, Mike Alpha November, is that correct? Negative. Sierra number 6. QSL, ZS6, Mike Alpha November, Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-Ray Delta. You are 5 and 4 in the island of Limnos in the North Aegean Sea. And back to you. Tango Alpha November.
Tango Alpha November.
Roger, Roger. Sierra Victor 8. Sierra X-Ray Delta. The name is Mario Johannesburg.
Okay, you are in the log, Zulu, Sierra 6, Tango, Alpha, November, Sierra Victor 8, Sierra X-ray Delta. 73s, the conditions are not ideal, so we'll catch you again down the log. My 73s,